Hi, everybody. So happy to be with you today. I'd love to know where you're zooming in from. I see lots of familiar names and some new names, and we're so happy to have all of you here. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, look at that, all the smarties. We are so grateful for what you do, everybody. Without you doing a good job as an education director, as an education professional, Rialto simply wouldn't be able to achieve its goals. So we really appreciate that. There's a couple of things for me to clear, and we will jump into our content for today. Today's going to be very powerful, and we're really happy to bring it to you. Before we do that, Marian, if you would share those couple of slides, I'll review why we were offering those to everybody. So one of the things you saw on the pre-show was Mindset Mondays. If you're not aware of Mindset Mondays, it is a free coaching piece that we do that some of our associations and MLS send out in promotions to their people. It's a 15-minute thing we do. I lead that one. I am certified in, I guess, 4 levels now of positive psychology through University of Pennsylvania and Yale. And we do some things on Monday morning, just 15 minutes. Nobody sells anything. It's free coaching just to give everybody a good start to their week. If you'd like to promote that, you're welcome to promote that, and we appreciate it. Also, you saw in, let's see, what else do we have there, Marianne, that I have to address? Oh, the reason we put this here, we don't sell very much public coaching. We have been getting a lot of consultancy requests from associations and MLS. Many of you know we are the education partner of the Council of MLS and Ramco and about 25 associations of realtors now, 400,000 realtors plus. Yet what we do is often we do coaching programs for our clients. You'll never see us advertising broadly for coaching clients. Yet we often have, say, 30 to 50 associations and MLSs in consultation, and we're getting more and more requests. So if you are interested in having a coaching program installed with your own branding for your own people, we'd love to do that for you. That'd be just great. And Marian, do I have anything else to take care of there? Oh, and here's a look at a lot of our clients. We're so proud of y'all. Thank you so much. I see a couple things there that need to be updated because you are the people that grow and absorb other outfits and change and update, and we appreciate it so much. All right, let's jump right in. Thank you so much, Marian. So today, what we have is this content right here. Let's dig in. Okay, so our affiliates. Rialto Academy has had the good fortune to help an awful lot of associations with their affiliate systems. And we've seen a lot of different styles that you choose to do this. And sometimes the education departments are more involved and sometimes they're less involved. Rialto Academy is bringing more training to education directors. We spent last year interviewing education directors at NXT and AEI in Denver and similar events. And of course, our own amazing clients that kind of lead the pack, the education directors that run our campuses currently. And we've identified a bunch of training that we can help y'all with. And this is an initiative that we're going to do. Hey, look at there. We could take a moment to talk about where does that guy get his hair cut? Look at that. He could use a better haircut. Okay, let's move on here. I'd like to introduce my business partner and the CEO and Chief of Design at Rialto Academy, Jonathan Murby. Hey, Jonathan, before I dig into this affiliate thing, let's tell everybody a little bit more about the education director offerings you're about to roll out.
Absolutely. Yeah. So one of the things that obviously work with a lot of education directors and in conversations that we've had with people, we've realized that there's a lot of consistency in terms of what the role is across associations. There, of course, are differences as well. And so one thing that we found is that the onboarding and the training that a lot of education directors, it varies a lot by association. And because we realize that, we love talking with education directors and we love creating content. So we're starting a new initiative to create training and support for education directors. And we know some things. We're obviously not the experts on being an education director. So we're working with some of our top partners who are education directors or have been looking at what are some specific areas of training that people want help in, whether it's how to set up the calendar, how to work with instructors, how to deal with the budget process, how to deal with the board of directors. There's lots of different things there. So we're talking with some great current education directors to learn more about that. And then that helps us with the onboarding process. We're also seeing that there are a lot of education directors we're talking with who have a pretty clear view on what their career path is, where they want to be able to jump to and grow. And we're looking to help with that. So help to fill any gaps anywhere that we can help. Could turn into a certificate or a designation. Our current goal is to start with a 90-day onboarding training. That would be great for a new education director and could have some appealing content for an existing education director. We're not, this is not a something that we're charging for. We want this to be something we're just doing to help the community and help grow. So a couple things there. One is if you would be interested in helping to participate in it, this is really crowd sourced. So if you'd be interested in helping with a section of it, we'd love if you want to drop your email, if you're an education director or have been, if you want to drop your email in the chat, I'd love to connect with you and see how you might be able to fit in, and you can fit in and be a subject matter expert if there's an area you have a passion in, and I can share that with you. And also, if you'd prefer to maybe just be part of our review team to make sure that what we create is actually usable and helpful for people, great. If you don't want to commit to helping on the content side, but you'd like to be able to see the thing and give feedback, we'd love to get your help there. So it's something that we've learned that's, to me, a gap, that there's not more support and training available within the industry, and it's something that we want to help create. So would love to collaborate with all of you on this. So and I'll drop my email in the chat as well.
Yeah,
If
please
anyone would like
do,
to reach out to me
Jonathan.
directly, and even if you're like, I'd like to help, but I don't exactly understand, it's a very small commitment. If you want to help with the subject area, then you would share any tools that you have and do a 45-minute interview, and that's it. That's your role then. And then we're going to compile everything into a set of best practices. So would love to collaborate with everyone and do what we can to raise the tide and pull everybody up together.
This is excellent. And we will refer to a few of those pieces. We'll give you a few of those pieces of training today. You'll see what kind of thing we're talking about. I'll underline a couple of things Jonathan just said. This is free. It's for education directors. You can use it to onboard. You can use it to fill in gaps in your own training. You can use it to develop your career. And we appreciate you doing so because you're helping us achieve our goals of improving the education mission for the entire industry. And we really appreciate that. And we're happy to be of service to y'all. Jonathan, I'm going to dig into this affiliate thing. You want to tag that with anything else?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. We're really just looking for how we can help and grow, and like we love using education to make better businesses, better associations, and that's our goal here.
That's right. Okay, thank you so much, Jonathan. All right, y'all, I'm going to dig in here. So if you take a look here, here's what we're about to talk about. So affiliate success, what is affiliate success? Okay. What is it? We're going to give ourselves some parameters for today. Here's 5 goals I'm going to use to frame our conversation today. We'd love to boost, let me clear some things off my own screen here. We'd love to boost revenue from affiliates and do it in such a way that they're saying thank you. Do it through increased value of service. All right. And we'd love to deepen engagement and connection with them. That is both an expansion, a referral, also a retention tool. We'd like to improve our current ally dynamics, get more out of what we're working with right now and what we get to work with. Identify missing or underperforming allies and discover creative new affiliate opportunities. Now, some of you education directors have probably thought that you had more of a role in making things great for affiliates or less of a role in making things great for affiliates. We know that in the smaller staffs of associations and MLSs, that very often that is a different role. Maybe you work hand in hand with that role. I also know in some cases you are overseeing all of that. And so we'd love you to be stronger at these things. So these are some goals as we see them, and I'll give you some supportive information on them. And if you have other goals, go ahead and write them down now. As a matter of fact, I suggest that you format our learning together today. I suggest that you prepare, if you have any goals you'd like to add these, go ahead and write them down in your notes. And then as we go through these sections, here's how we're going to learn this today. Okay, we're going to go who, what, when, where, and why. And I'll give you a few things in each category. You're going to get, I know we promised you 5 pieces of value. Thank you, Lori Gans, who runs an amazing campus. You better believe it. We will get that to you. Yeah, we will do this in these 5 pieces and show you a few examples along the way. I suggest you write down 1 or 2 ideas that you can use in each category. So at the end of this, you have kind of a refined action plan or something you can ask us about. So we're going to start with who, what, when, where, and why. Who are good affiliates? Lenders, title companies, home builders. If you want to put it in the chat, we have the chat open. We'd love to see you. Like Jonathan said, none of us is as smart as all of us, and we'd love for you to be sharing information with each other to the extent that you're comfortable with doing so. So who else make good affiliates? Who else make good affiliates? Did you know that one of our associations has a very active affiliation from a pizza delivery company? Interesting. They have pizza anytime they want it. Didn't see that one coming yet. How about that? Uh, who else make good affiliates? Who else make good affiliates? Inspection company. We're going to see that sometimes they make very good affiliates. How about this? Can you only have one of each? Can you? Let's take a look. So, who are good affiliates? We're going to open up our minds to all the wonderful businesses that would like to contribute value to your membership in return for having your members recognize the value that's in the affiliated company, right? It's not quite like advertising that they're looking for. They can buy advertising elsewhere. Now, they certainly value being seen by your people, yet we can do a lot more. And when we do a lot more, the members get a lot more and the affiliates get a lot more. And as we're going to see, it can kind of generate it can self-grow, self-generate an awful lot of good things for an education director. Let's talk about how in education we can support this. So our cast of characters is at least one lender, title company, maybe home builder, inspection, insurance company, et cetera, et cetera. At least one. Okay. Now let's go ahead. What? So we got who, now what? What can affiliates do to provide services to members and vice versa? What can members do to access the affiliates? So what kind of system are you putting these folks in? You see, I have some provocative questions here. What kind of system are you putting them in? Do you have an ABC system? By mineral system, what we mean is it, bronze, silver, gold? Is there a platinum level? What do you have that makes sense for your affiliates and maybe even encourages them to grow themselves over time? We're going to see a couple of strategic ways you can help that to happen, that perspective to happen. Yet, what can they do? Do they have different access to get to your membership to offer services at A, B, or C level? Could they be an underwriter? All right. Some of y'all run campuses with the Rialto campus already. They could be an underwriter for your entire system and be above your entire affiliate system, perhaps. An underwriter is happy to foot the bill, yet we'd sure have to understand how to give them really good value. And let's remember, we're not only giving them value, we're looking for the value point between the members and the affiliates. That's what we're looking for. That's where it's going to self-generate value, and that's where the education director has massive opportunity. So where else do they get to provide services to members? Do you have a marketplace? A marketplace is interesting. It could be that if you have an ABC or a mineral 3-tier system or something like that for your affiliates, it could be that a marketplace is where you put additional affiliates that you're growing for future affiliate strength. And then there could be maybe additional lenders, additional title companies, things like this. We'll open up our minds to that. Now, you could also potentially have sponsors in a one-off for events, sponsors in a one-off for charitable events. That's very forgiving in the charitable events, and you can meet some really great people that way. And then what about static or interactive access? We're going to see that as an educator, as the education professional, rather, you have a lot of power in providing interactive access for your affiliates and members to be able to achieve their value desires from each other. They desire the same sort of thing. So they can achieve those value desires with each other, and that'll help it all to grow on their own. Here, I'll tell you more about that. So when, now we're up to when. When can affiliates access members? Is it 24/7? Well, if it's displaying their logo on a website, sure, it might be 24/7. Yet, if you offer on-demand training, for instance, and you're embedding your affiliates where they are most relevant. So look here, look at these questions. Is their access and visibility to your membership, is it 24/7? Is it interactive? Can anybody do anything to further their goals and learn more? Is it only if they look for it, like clicking through a logo? Is that the only way to do it? Or can it be somewhere on their path, a stale position versus a fresh, relevant position? So, an example of a stale position is the logo is sitting there on a sponsor page, right? Even if it can be clicked through, that's a pretty stale position. A fresh, relevant position would be your lender has the 30-second intro that precedes the first-time home buyer strategic lending affiliation course or something like this, right? So that relevance becomes a power that you wield as an education director to understand where the affiliates can be that give them the power to access the members in an appropriate way so that the members also have the power of accessing the affiliate. Not just advertising and being advertised to, they can have that anywhere. We're going to do something more than that. And we'll show you some more examples of that. But is there live access at the end of that class? So let's say you had a first-time home buyer class going out on demand. It could be that, or even let's make it a scheduled class, right? It could be that at the end of that class, it should have contact information, or even if it's a scheduled class in your building or a virtual instructor-led train class, it could be that at the end of that, that sponsor is going to be live for people to click through and ask questions at the end of that. That might be very powerful. Make us feel like we're on call, connected, live, able to ask a question in real time, strike while the iron is hot, etc. Okay, let's take a little bit further look at that. So where? Now we're up to where. I'm going a little briskly here. We will wrap all this up together in just a moment. So where will that affiliate value live? Where will it live? So we already said it might live on, say, a sponsor page with some logos. I can barely contain my excitement for a page full of logos. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just not that exciting or innovative or that filled with value, perhaps. So do we get to see them when we log in? Perhaps your underwriter gets seen when logging in. As a matter of fact, a couple of our clients do that. I don't know if you care to identify yourself. I want to be careful with everybody's private information, but we have at least two clients that we get to see their underwriter briefly at login. It's very polite. It goes by very quickly. No big deal, right? Do we see it when we register for a class? For instance, if you've solved the relevance, that's probably a valuable point of contact in some way. Maybe the reminder even says, or the confirmation at registration says sponsored by. And you'll be more encouraged to do that if you have a way that those things are automatically curated, which Rialto can help you with systems for doing that. Remember that all the ideas that we're giving you, to take a step back and look at this, we believe in two things. We believe in improvements that save labor. We believe in those two things will happen at the same time. So as you solve this, as you solve providing more value to the affiliates and more value to the members through helping them connect through your education offerings, and I'll give you these specific examples. what you're going to find is that you're going to have reductions in labor overall. Even though it might seem like something new you're going to do, things will go faster and more easily. You'll have more allies, more financial support. We'll dig into this more. So when do we see them? Do we see them in the ABC mineral system as an underwriter? Do we have to go to a marketplace to see them because they're a lower level of sponsor? What do we do? One-offs for events, one-offs for charitable events. We're going to take a look at specific examples of those. Okay, so now we're down to why. Why bother? Oh my gosh, isn't there a member or affiliate director or member services? Is this someone else's job? Are we having feelings of it's not my job? Well, I would say that it's possible that on your staff and in your role description that this is not in your job description. Yet I would say the opportunity is firmly in your job description in ways that you can leverage to make things a lot better for your goals and for your education office. Okay. The top line here on why bother, that happens to be the name of a chapter of a book that I wrote, and that chapter has been reproduced in some other people's books. Communication, community. If you find yourself communing with, hanging out with, spending any time with a good affiliate, and you communicate with that good affiliate, don't be surprised if you find yourself feeling like you're in a community with those affiliates. When that happens, it's quite possible you access endless funding by teaching the members and affiliates how to interact. We're going to go from this into examples of that. So you could savor gratitude more often and spend less time coping. Here's what we're talking about: massive reductions in labor. Certainly the least likable labor, and instead more of the desirable labor that is energetic, supported, and gets gratitude and thank you notes. So we get to savor gratitude more and spend less time coping because we have communicated, and built community in a way that only you can. You're the only one that can really solve this. Other people might make the logos more colorful, the pages or the site nicer or something, yet it's you that can provide the education connection that makes this make businesses better, not only make them feel informed or that they have options, yet make them smarter, more capable, and able to do more things in their business. We're going to advance their behavior. You'll notice here that savoring is the opposite of coping. We would love to see you savoring more. And there's a lot of robust richness involved in savoring the power you have in connecting these things. So how to grow affiliate and member value at the same time, how to do it. It lives in education. We've seen this proven time and time again. Sure, there are other ways that it can be advanced. Sure. Yeah, we're talking about your opportunities, right? And you have such an excellent opportunity to solve this, and everybody's going to grow an inch taller and feel better all around you and provide for you more. All right. So the opportunity lives in education. Consider this. Many courses teach members how to use affiliates and teach affiliates how to help members. Both grow an inch taller, and so does the opportunities for gratitude and revenue. Now, this is where we can really sink our teeth in. So let's take a moment here. Take a deep breath. It lives in education. This opportunity lives in education. There's very few things that can be as powerful to make that affiliate and member understanding connection take off and grow like a tree, grow on its own, regenerate itself, which provides more and more ongoing value, which you can reap the benefits of. You can do this through mini courses. I'll show you what a mini course looks like. Okay. And you can teach members how to use affiliates and affiliates how to use members. What a gift. You realize this is the gap. This is the gap. This is the gap between why affiliates pay thousands of dollars a month to be in your association, and yet members and affiliates aren't like this, is because there's a gap in how they meet each other and how they learn how to use each other, frequency and ease of contact. And an education professional can do this really well. Let's take a look. So what I have here is an example of one of our great campuses, and I bet maybe some of them are even here today. This is one of our great campuses. Let's see, Lori Gans also influences this campus. Kristen Parker, one of our great education professionals. I built this for her because Kristen and I were in a conversation. Let's see, if you are in our ACE community, you already saw this conversation. If you're not in our ACE community, you'd probably like to join it. We do a lot of free training there. Marian, if you get a chance, go ahead and put ACE Facebook link in the webinar chat. Yet this is an example of a course that I built to support something that the education team at St. Paul Association of Realtors. So they were doing this, and I wanted a good reason to go visit them and support what they were doing. And it also gave me an excuse to go visit our friend Lori Gans up in Minnesota. And we also helped the MLS up there. And so we were very excited about all that. And so what could we do? Well, Kristen is very good at building annual charitable events. So we chose this as an opportunity to do a mini course. In this case, we did a 1 hour. Most of our mini courses are just a few minutes. Yet in this case, I actually flew up there and did this for them. And Kristen helped me to become aware that that's something that education directors could use. When you have a charitable event and it has a speaker in it, I guess that's a harder speaker to hire because you don't want to spend your money. Now, likewise, when I'm on the speaking circuit, which I really would prefer to only do for clients nowadays. Yeah, when I'm on the speaking circuit, I command $5,000 or $10,000 on the speaking circuit. Yet I would rather be speaking at your charitable event and have a reason to visit you, where we advance our mission and we improve this relationship between affiliates and members in your association. Gives me a reason to visit you, and it gives us a reason to have an example of this. So what we did here together, what we did here is we created a course that taught affiliates and members how to leverage the charitable event offered by the association. As an example, we said, what is a charitable business gesture? This is an example from that course. And we described what it was, and we made sure they understood, look, co-marketing, co-branding, collaboration between businesses, clients, allied businesses. We're going to train them how to do this. And why? And then we're going to ask them why. Why would you do all this and not just donate? Well, because by leveraging this thing your association provided to you members and affiliates, look at all the benefits to the community, benefits to you and your team, benefits to your business, benefit from positive psychology as you do this together. Just amazing. And here's how you do it. Look here, your association has provided everything to you. Now, my wonderful education director friends, as I tell you this, I want you to realize that it's not like St. Paul and Kristen didn't smartly supply these things already. Okay. They know what they're doing. Yet it just could use a little support and help and growth. And Kristen's a smart enough education director to see the opportunity. So we did that. And so the members and the allies actually acted a little surprised at this interval. They're like, oh, so that's how you would do it. And that's how you get the stuff. And this is how we promote it and reap the benefits of it. So we're teaching them how to use each other so that everybody involved has a better time. Let's go to a different example. Okay, this is a different example. If you really would like to see some success between those allied vendors and your members, it could be that they need to know how to interact with each other. So this is another course that we put together that we delivered to multiple association clients through Rialto campuses. And it's Party with a Purpose. We do it every fall and we update it every fall. And so we provide some scripts, and ostensibly, here, I'll let you see the whole thing. Ostensibly, these are networking devices, right? And we're teaching them networking devices. Yet don't miss the forest for the trees, okay? Because when we're doing this, the affiliates and the members are both invited. So as the affiliates and the members attend this class, they share strategies and they share intent. And you will be pleasantly surprised the next time you see them in the same room together that they walk right up to each other, shake hands, say things from their training, laugh, feel like they know each other already. You will majorly have greased the wheels if you will offer just a modicum of training to these folks, a modicum of training on how to network with each other. And catch what I said. Part of it is that you're giving them real value through the training. And part of it is that you're giving them a shared experience that shows that that's a valuable relationship. Okay. When that starts to take off, the value of a affiliation and the value of membership are both increased and both are taking care of themselves and growing that value. Okay. Now, this is another piece of that. Forward is good for everybody to know. I'll give you just a moment to take a look at that. All right, so here's what we are going to do now is let me give you a look at another thing here. So another one of our clients that totally gets it is all of our clients really, we have such great leading clients that it's hard to single anybody out. Yet I brought one example. Okay. So we have an affiliate mini course. This one happens to be a draft of some items that we're putting together for an affiliate at Metrotex. The education leader at Metrotex is Roxy Glenn, who I imagine many of you know Roxy Glenn. She's absolutely a leading education director, very inspiring, absolutely gets it, very fun to operate a campus with, very front edge thinker, very clear thinker. I'm going to give you a look at what that looks like so that you know what that is like. So here we go. So now we were headed over to a course player. This is the LMS that's embedded in the Rialto campus system. And this is an example of an affiliate course that an education director could make available. This is a rough draft. I already see a few things on it we're going to correct, and it's by the grace of Roxy that we get to look at it today. I'll just show you a little bit of an example from it. It's not published yet. Having said that, it could be that you are allowing your affiliates to gain badges as they go, as they raise their own ability to become a more and more effective affiliate in your association. That's a possibility that we are playing with as we continue. If you look here on the left, you can see kind of our agenda. This entire course can be taken in about 3 minutes, something like that. It goes like this. At the beginning, we say our association is very proud to connect local businesses with members, and we explain what we're here to do. You'll learn more about them, and you'll get access to tools and resources that support your business. We're going to teach y'all how to help each other. Here's what happens next.
360. Since 2006, our mission has been clear. Ready? Smiles. Smiles. Hi, I'm Lance Stenaho, founder of Inspect 360. Since 2006, our mission has been clear to deliver clarity, consistency, and confidence with every home inspection. We understand how important it is to keep real estate deals on track. That's why agents and clients trust us, not to disrupt the deal, but to add real value by giving everyone the information they need to move forward with confidence. In today's unpredictable market, you need a partner who brings certainty when it matters most. With Inspect 360, you get more answers than questions, less friction in the process, and reporting that supports a smooth, successful closing.
I'm Eli Howard, General Manager at Inspect 360. Our inspectors are licensed, certified, and trained to meet the highest standards. But what truly sets us apart.
Going ahead and scooting to the end there, you can see they get to pitch their company. Now, the values and the character of their company, it just so happens that our producer in this high-res recording system was there to encourage them. And these affiliates described really enjoying the recording session. They really enjoyed developing that script and that messaging. And we also, if Roxy Glenn agrees to, she might offer them the video or part of the snippets back to them. Okay, that's a lot of value. That's a lot of value to give. Now, notice how it ends. I'd like you to notice how it ends in a lighthearted manner.
Well, we'll go on there and visit Inspect 360.
Who knew the fella had such a good Hank Hill imitation? Yet the point is, we want their character to be seen at that moment. Then you continue, and there's a bunch of professional information about the company. And you continue, and they add tips for the season because it's not enough just to have a pitch about the company. We would like it to be highly relevant, and we'd like for them to have multiple contact points with your membership. So what we recommend in this is that 4 times a year, the affiliate sends you a very simple, and you'll see this one was recorded on an iPhone. 4 times a year, the affiliate sends you a very simple update and a recommendation over how a member might best use them this quarter or this season. Let's go ahead and take a look. It's very brief.
Bathrooms, attics, and crawl
Pardon me,
spaces. We could
I had looked at it
everyone,
earlier.
Eli Howard here with Inspect 360. I'd like to take a minute to talk to you about our new mold testing and air quality testing division, Enviro 360. Now that we're coming out of the spring wet season, it's important to think about areas of the home that could have been affected by moisture or water intrusion, like your kitchen, bathrooms, attics, and crawl spaces. We can perform these high quality tests to catch small issues before they turn into bigger issues. These things can affect the overall health of your home and your overall health. So if you're booking an inspection with us, ask about our new mold division, Enviro 360, because what you can't see can matter.
All right, so there's their little seasonal update. Now, this is followed by some helpful information that can be downloaded or displayed, special offers, latest offers from the company. And of course, we're going to give loads of contact information. Okay, that's the whole thing. It's just a few minutes, right? So there's an example of an affiliate mini course. That's a rough draft of one. Yet you see, that's basically what it is. And as education director, well, first of all, if you're on a Rialto campus, you have nothing to do to update that. We reach out, get the new video, you approve it, we post it. And so there's nothing for you to do if you're, except you approve it and work with Alex Garland at Rialto. And we're happy to take care of that. If you are an education director working outside of a Rialto campus, recognize that the only thing you're updating in that course is that little simple video. That little simple video, or maybe putting in a new special offers document a few times a year. That gives you a reason to interact with the affiliate. It gives your members a reason to see things with fresh eyes and with relevance. Let's not make our members just think generally about lenders and title companies and things like that. Let's put things on their path when it's relevant to them so that everything continues to be all in one place and to serve what they're working on now. We're meeting them where they are, basically. We're meeting them where they are, and we're going to grow these affiliates. All right, we have a little bit more of this presentation to show you. And then I will open the floor for a couple of questions. We got just a couple of minutes left here. So here are the notes that we were just talking about, those videos. So when we're making those videos with those pair of clients there, I bet they look like nice guys. They are nice guys, as a matter of fact. They're very fun individuals. Having said that, they may not have come across that way on video. It's our video producer who goes in there and encourages them and gives them pointers and changes their background and has the high-res recording system and things like that, that allows them to to relax and show their character. And they were very grateful about that. And we find that to always be true. The affiliates don't act like this is a bother. They act like it's an opportunity and they're getting free training, free media. They kind of love it. Right. So they had fun. The client felt empowered. Client got to have the video, some of that video was coached and recorded by our team, and everybody was really happy about that. And it's going to be in the hands of a very powerful education director who's going to develop those affiliate relationships. All right. So a bonus question for you. How would you treat your affiliates if you loved their help? So some of you have no interaction with your affiliates, okay? Some of you have limited interaction with your affiliates. What would that interaction look like if you loved working with them, if it was your favorite thing? And it may not be your favorite thing, and it may never be your favorite thing. Yeah, what would that look like? What would that look like? Would you learn their goals? Would you know them or something about their family, or if they're a pickleball player or a golfer or something? Would you know their birthday? That's pretty easy to put on a calendar. Would you write a handwritten thank you note? Oh my gosh, that puts you in the upper percentiles. A handwritten thank you note never gets old from the education desk. You realize how many of these folks wish they could teach for you, right? And this affiliate may not, they may be an opportunity to be a teacher, yet they may not. right? So they're really grateful to have a professional of your stature put something like this together that gives them access to your extremely valuable members, right? So one more bonus for you here. Do you need a thing or a champion? I bet you do. You know, y'all are the smarties and you're busy. We've noticed all the smarties are busy, right? And it's because the smarties can tell how to help, right? Do you need a thing or a champion to achieve your next set of goals? Perhaps you have an unbudgeted asset that you'd like to get, right? Your Rialto campus. Perhaps an underwriter wants to pave the way for your Rialto campus. Some of our great campuses did that. They had underwriters step up for that. Perhaps you need to consider brainstorming solutions. You realize if you brainstorm solutions with affiliates about any of these things, you tap into that human thing where people tend to support things that they contributed to or helped to create. In some cases, they become absolute champions and run with the ball. So one thing I really want to encourage today is I want to remind you how valuable you are. I hope you're hearing that as a theme all the way through this. You are so valuable for solving that gap, for bridging that gap between the affiliate and the member. Let's go ahead and reverse that. For bridging that gap between the member and the affiliate who's here to serve them. And a way we can do that in our education goals is we can provide ways for those folks to interact and learn more about each other. And we can even do it in such ways that it accesses relevance and goes on their path. And then this thing down here, ask. You might grow an inch taller when you ask an affiliate for a thing. Now, I realize on your staff and team, there are politics and roles and, you need to do the right thing in your situation. Having said that, someone with the right ask is liable to get an exuberant yes in a way that gets everybody what they desired. Everybody gains value at the same time, and the value of the interaction goes up on its own. The value of your affiliations will increase over time, and you can be a driver of that. This guy right here, he'd like to say yes. I just want to say, just look at that smiling face right there. This guy owns a multi-million-dollar lender company, something like this. He wants to say yes. If you were looking at a room full of people and you said, who would like to have their business in an education course so they could interact with members more? We'll support you and help you to learn anything that you're missing. And it's only a 15-minute appointment. I think a lot of folks would go like, yeah, me. Yeah, me. And you'd be giving them the gift that you asked and you allowed them to be involved and to contribute to something. Now they care. All these things are symptoms of an engaged affiliation and membership group. Okay. Uh, I want to remind you what we were talking about earlier with Jonathan here. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and pause for just a moment. Anyone have any questions or comments about what we're talking about today? You're a particularly quiet group. I imagine you're interacting on Facebook a little bit. Also, all of you have the right to reach out to us. You are in our mission. It is in our mission for you to succeed. We will not achieve our mission of improving the overall quality of education. The ways we intend to do that is by adding massive value to your organizations through education strategies, often showing up results in non-dues revenue and reductions of labor. That's our theme. That's our theme and our mission right there is adding massive value to y'all through education strategies that create non-dues revenue growth like affiliation, okay, and membership value, even, well, that's dues, yet the growth of it. And with reductions in labor and more enjoyment and energy in your achievement. That's what we're here to do. So all of you are welcome to ask a follow-up question or come in. Now let's go ahead and make sure you're aware of this training that we are about to offer to everybody. So be an even more educated education director. So go ahead and write down a few things in your notes that you wish were easier for you or you had a higher level of skill at. Is it your scheduling? Rialto has assisted maybe 6 types of scheduling systems. annual scheduling systems, quarterly scheduling systems, automated scheduling systems, you name it. Okay. Perhaps you could use a little bit more training in some of these. Staff onboarding, everybody needs a little bit of improvement in that. We can all get better at staff onboarding. Career growth, what would you like to do next? We've noticed a bunch of you at AEI, and if you have goals to grow yourself through the Institute, we would like to support the education side of that. And we're really happy to do that. Matter of fact, we're really happy if you'll accept the training to grow yourself. Okay. We're happy to provide it. It'll be front edge. All of this will be front edge training. Absolutely. If you'd like to let that develop into certificates to grow your career, you're invited to do so. We may even offer a designation at the end of the first year. We may even create a designation for professional education director, Rialto certified designated professional education director. And we've already seen some of our education directors grow from one association to the next. Some of them, we hope you never leave where you are because you're doing such a good job. I'm looking at a bunch of you in this session right now. Y'all do such a good job. We're so proud of you. Yet, let's all get better. Let's all be willing to get better. So is there more discussion or did Les eat up all the minutes? That's the question we have at the end of a broadcast. So I'll leave the floor open here just for a minute. You're a quiet group. Would anybody like to ask any questions or anything right now in chat? You're invited to. You're invited to. Maybe next time you can tell us in ACE Facebook. You see the link there. In ACE Facebook, if you would like to have this be an open discussion format next time around, we'll invite you to do so. That's all right. And the recording of this is going to be available to those of you that registered. Okay, going once, going twice. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap ourselves up then. Y'all, remember the value of what you're doing, and we really appreciate what you're doing. I know that you know you're a valuable person. I know that you're needed, yet at the same time, we can do more. And education is where we're very likely to make the connection of the other values in our association. We can make those connections much more valuable. If you have any questions or you're motivated to do these things and you need a little bit of assistance, make sure you reach out to us. Of course, we'd love to have all of you on Rialto campuses. Eventually, I hope to have all of you on Rialto campuses, yet you don't have to buy anything to advance education in real estate. All right. We can do those of you that are on our campuses, anything that we mentioned here, we'll lay it at your feet, of course. We're so happy with the jobs that you do running your campuses. Those of you that are not yet on a Rialto campus, don't be shy. We would love to contribute to your success. I'm sure we'll be seeing each other on a campus at some point. All right, my friends, that's it. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Les, Marian, if you would put some contact information for us. I'm Les at rialtoacademy.com. Marian is Marian at rialtoacademy.com. Jonathan is Jonathan spelled correctly at rialtoacademy.com. And we're happy to be of service to you. Thanks so much for being here today. Marian, let's put a bounce in everybody's step. Y'all take just a moment to listen to the music. We suggest you use music legally in your own classes as well. The thing about music is that if you Google, you'll find a really great Harvard Business Review article on beats per minute and lyrical content for education rooms music. And they'll talk about using certain beats per minute choices to raise the energy in a room, certain beat per minute to calm the energy in a room. And you can use these things to manage your room. I bet Marian has a great choice for us here. So Marian is going to play a piece of music. Listen to the tempo just for a moment before you leave. And we hope it puts a bounce in your step and you help even more people today. Thank you very much for all you're doing. Let us know how we can support your growth and your success. Thank you.